Get you some money, you're gonna feel different. You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
That possible. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Back in the black box did not mean to start on this screen, y'all. My bad. That was totally unprofessional of me. I got a guest today. The main event, probably better known to a lot of people as the twin brother of Luce Cannon. Together, they've somewhat risen to notoriety in this YouTube streets by whatever way you may call it. The last I heard from the homie, he actually pulled up and we did a couple of pieces of content together a few years ago. A lot of viral content that I had nothing to do with. And then for a minute, you had me thinking I was going to be like the OG big uncle homie on the scene of the reality shows. I thought you was a bush nigga, and then I found out you was incarcerated. So you did a little stretch. I don't know if anything is still pending. So anything that you know, everything clear, good to hear that. You back out here making your rounds. I appreciate you making the black box one of your first stops, man. While we was pre-gaming, you said you had quite a bit to talk about, man. So welcome to the black box. I do have a few questions, but just let the people know what you've been up to, man, since last we heard and seen you.
Yeah, I've still been doing little podcasts here, promoting my shows and doing things productive. I teach young people how to open up their business and all that stuff. So I'm just out here grinding.
So when we hear those type of things about you, that's not cap. You're really out here helping the youth find a way to, you know, get their dollars together.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. Is there any way that we can direct the youth to get in touch with your program? How can they find you on that level?
They can hit me up on Instagram, Jermaine Main Event, or y'all can find me on Facebook, YouTube, under the Main Event.
Okay, before you went away, bro, one thing I noticed I wasn't paying much attention to, but you did an interview with a certain individual, and this dude was asking you whether it was true or not if your brother ever got me an apartment, bro. Was you surprised to hear that question on the interview? I'm just curious.
Man, that shit is just, my brother be trolling. He does a lot of trolling. So people really take him like super serious as what he's doing, but he's just trolling. He trolls everybody. And that's just how it is. Just like with the shooter situation right now. That nigga's trolling like a motherfucker right
Think
now.
so?
For sure he's trolling. You know, talking about he's suing everybody and all type of shit. It's just the way to get your name out there, get paid for you know, doing podcasts and getting your brand up. No matter good publicity or bad publicity, it doesn't matter. It's publicity.
So that still stands. That's the bottom rule.
Yeah.
Well, I heard throughout, you know, the YouTube streets, there was allegations of him being in court, throwing your name around, or either being confused with you or trying to confuse the courts. Can you kind of clarify what took place with that? Okay. I know y'all brothers, similar name.
Yeah, so what happened was, before I got out of jail, you know, the feds came and talked to me, and they said that there was allegations saying that it was you that did, you know, a certain thing, but I was incarcerated. So at the time of the no jumper shit, I was incarcerated. But come to find out, 9 months later, they put a warrant out for my arrest.
Damn.
For the no jumper shit.
Wow.
And shit, I just had shit. I still haven't cleared. I mean, I cleared it up, went to court. I was like, all right, I'm gonna waive time or whatever. My lawyer told me, okay, they dropped the case. Then 2 weeks later, they picked the case back up.
So is this just like a clerical error, or is there a suggestion that your brother went in there, popping it, just trying to throw them off his tail, and may have, because I ain't gonna lie, at a younger age, me and my cousin brothers, I have some cousins who my mother and their mothers are sisters, and they raised us like brothers. And when we was young, we used to pop each other's name. And I remember sometime I realized that was a mistake, because this nigga's name is fucked up worse than mine. So does it seem to be a case where he was trying to shoot his shit? I'm not saying trying to incriminate you and get you in trouble.
No, the thing is, this is how I look at it. You know, if they know that I was in jail and they still put it on me, I'm not gonna sit up there and say like we're gonna take it to the box, because at the end of the day, if they that dumb to put it on me,
write that out.
I'll write it out. I'm gonna be found not guilty, and then the case on him is gonna be dropped. So at the end of the day, I don't care what happened. They should have common sense to look up and make sure my PO knew I was in jail at that time. So when they came to arrest me, my PO was like, "You was in jail. Like, this don't make no sense," and let me go. He was supposed to take me in, but he didn't take me in because he knew I was incarcerated.
That makes sense.
So they told the DA was like, "You got to get your PO out here because we want a no bail warrant and all this other stuff." So he had to come way out to fucking Pasadena to clear that shit up.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, because they wasn't gonna let me go.
But did they mention how much time you was looking at behind any of that?
20 years. 20 fucking years.
Wow.
That was 1.5 million.
Just hearing shit like that, baby. Knock on wood, oh, blah, 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 but free all the real ones. What's the latest with his marital situation, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, to me, I mean, shit, she gone.
Oh,
I mean, she left probably like 4 or 5 months into his him being down.
To anybody paying attention, that's not no knock on him. Y'all know my thoughts toward him, and it's only because he triggered this type of energy. And then trolling is a game, and I know how to do it. However, that ain't no knock on him, man. That's part of the game. I don't know what you could expect out of one of them other than that, especially when you facing all this. So, well, give us some latest. Give me something that I ain't thinking about, man.
All right, so my uncle, Big U.
Free Big U, Eastside.
He's in the hole right now because the case that my brother and him is on together, you know, that person is sitting up there saying that, you know, things was, you know, called threatening them to, you know, they trying to, you know, railroad them.
That guy, that name who's been Dale, okay, that's what I was assuming.
Yeah, so they like Big U, all he wanted to do, my brother and them wanted to do was just get their lawyers together because he put out 3 different addresses that they supposedly had robbed. And they like, how we robbed 3 different locations with one robbery. So all this shit is not making sense. So there's a lot of bullshit going on. Then we have another situation where there's little streamers going around. You know,
anyone in particular?
Yeah, Adrian Broner. Yeah, that, you know, he going around.
What he? Because I remember his name was attached to this shit.
Yeah, and he like people looking out for. I mean, looking at Adrian Broner and all that shit, but y'all looking at a snitch, bro. He put in paperwork out on. I mean, we got paperwork out on him snitching on Big U about some dice game that he supposedly had this janky shit with, and all my uncle did was just go ask him about it, and now he's in.
As that comes up, and he has opportunity to speak on it, he's not speaking in Big U favor.
No, hell no.
Wow, it's crazy.
And then Dean. That nigga hang out with the homies and shit, and he going around. He knows about the situation, and that nigga still he got that nigga booming on his.
It's crazy you say that because I'll be hearing them cuss, and I'd be curious as to what do that mean? Because sometimes out of town dudes say it just for another reason, so he affiliated with them.
Yeah.
Wow. Dean the Great, what's up with that, man? You running around with AB. You allegedly affiliated with the homies. Now I'm understanding that AB may be compromising the Big U situation. How's you justifying running around with that dude? So are their cases separate, together?
They're together. Some of the shit is together. Like that, it's another rapper out there saying the same type of shit.
Ooh.
Offset.
Nah, you get the out of here, man.
Yeah. But the thing about Offset, he hasn't been cooperating, what I heard. But he did make the statement at first.
Okay, and what would his statement speak towards? A gambling situation too?
Being, strong arm. Yeah. Just being bullied, I guess. But at the end of the day, Unk ain't like that. Unk is strictly business and all that other shit, and they taking it a whole nother way.
This is what we understand. It's just crazy that I can recall when he was out here riding high, a lot of these names you would never find doing anything other than saluting him, supporting him. Yeah. And now when it's down, you don't hear none of them raising their voice saying, nah, y'all got it fucked up. We might have looked like that, but it wasn't nothing like that with me and Unk. We was cool. I don't hear nobody hollering that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I feel the same way. Shit, Drake is in the same boat too.
Drake?
Hell yeah. Drake, nigga, Draymond Green, nigga, Unk supported them through a bunch of shit, and nobody is really coming to his defense like that. Nobody's sitting up there trying to speak like character letters out what he did for the community.
None of that.
None of that shit.
I would like to take this moment to express, regardless of what I hear the media say or online say about Big U, what I can definitely testify toward. It was a time when I had 3 boys who, because of an emergency, needed a place to play football one year. And he provided a place where registration for all 3 of my boys would have been in a couple of thousands. They were all placed on a team, immediately, fully equipped, cleared all the red tape, even gave them some brand new cleats and all that with no charge. And that's one thing that I can always forever appreciate, just on the subject matter when we talking about what he does versus what he may have used to do way back in the 80s and all that. Yeah. So in these recent current years, I've seen the effects of Big U being able to provide for the community when it was a necessity. And if you thought I found myself in need at that moment, my 3 boys, man, there was a whole community of people a lot less fortunate than me that were able to participate because he made it so.
Mm-hmm. And with Big U, he's a good-hearted person too. Like, if I literally, if I needed $20,000, Big U be like, all right, come and get it. And all I have to do is just, all right, I'm gonna pay you back in 2 weeks. And he would have cash in hand for me, period. Like, I've been in situations to where, like, with the FBI and all that other stuff, he was there for me.
Shout out to Big U for that. Tell me this, with that being said, and so many people understanding that, we understand the history of Father Big U back in the day and how maybe he became fond of your brother and how they ended up getting to be in the dynamic of uncle, nephew, brothers, whatever you want to call it. So with things you express, the loyalty, the appreciation you have for Big U, no matter what people go through, how do you find how did your brother justify being in this public campaign, doing the things he does so opposite of how you think and feel in regards to the homie?
He doesn't feel different. They fell out over, I think it was over like $25,000. It was some chump change shit that they fell out over. They both had their own crews or whatever, but when it comes down to certain things, they come together. So they fell out. I think it was more of a ego, power trip, of how they was operated. But at the end of the day, I always keep my relationships with everybody accordingly. I don't never sit up there. I'm not going to hate this person because this person hate this person. If you treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. I'm going to sit up there and I'm not going to say anything different.
Have you always been like that? Or is that something you learned through life living and trying it the other way and realize, man, I probably should have did it different? Or have you always been that way?
I always, find the good into somebody. Like, I'll just be, like, if we cool. As long as you don't do no bullshit, then it ain't gonna be no bullshit. But when bullshit happens, it's gonna happen.
So you've never in your life found yourself balancing that with loyalty to another level? Because I've run into scenarios where You my dog. And we know it's us against whoever. And then when there's a conflict with a certain individual I'm cool with, whether that person knows or not, or ever have to find out, you can get it. Rest in peace, Puto. You had a dynamic, especially with a twin brother. I could imagine you've experienced that dynamic as well.
I experienced it a lot. You know, my brother, you know, he have his friends, I have my friends. We have but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm not the type of person that's just going, if my brother don't like you, then I'm not going to, you know, put y'all in the same situation to where it's a conflict, to where I have to step
in. These recent years, I must say, I don't give a fuck what kind of loyalty you had in the past. He's forced you to have to take that position these days because he just took the guns, got just shooting left, right, everywhere. And as adults, you can't allow anybody to compromise your integrity, your reputation, and that you spent your whole life developing. So at this point, even if it was like anybody can get it at any given time, I don't believe some of the things he's done is showing consideration for you if that's how y'all was rocking. So I've learned that in different ways too, that you can't just inherit everybody's beef, bro.
Yeah, and you know, everybody loves different. I'm not gonna sit up there and put my brother in situations to where he might get harmed. But at the same time, he might not have that, or he might not even think that way. You know, we all think different. So what my brother does, trolling and doing other regular shit, he's not thinking ahead. He's thinking now. Let me get the people behind me. Let me say some shit. Yeah, just to troll.
Yeah, there's no way in the world he could have properly calculated the consequences behind some of the decisions we've seen him make. He couldn't properly have. No way. Because there's a certain intelligence that attends him that we can't deny.
The thing is with him, I've been keeping him out of trouble. So at the end of the day, when I was incarcerated, I would have told him, nigga, don't do that on camera. Like, nigga, put the cameras up. Nigga, we not doing none of that dumb shit. But when I'm not there, that's when he gets in, you know, trouble because I'm the thinker.
Has that been a dynamic throughout your whole life?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the homies be like, nigga, I'd rather fuck with the smart twin than to fuck with the other twin. Because at the end of the day, they know I'm a think. But with him, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he make a lot of money on the streets, but he don't go about it, you know, the smartest ways. So, and I feel like that's the thing with Unc and him was having a power struggle with, because it was like Unc want to do certain things a certain way, and he wants to do it a whole nother way. So I feel like that's how that dynamic went about. But shit, they good now.
I was just about to ask you, what do you make of the reports that they gelling together and, you know, programming and communicating? Is that factual, you believe?
Yeah, I just got off the phone with them like 45 minutes before I got here. Yeah, they I mean with my brother, but Unc is in the hole right now. But at the same time, yeah, they straight, because at the end of the day, they gotta go through this together. They gotta work as a team to get this shit together to go home, because they said it's a lot of people from the neighborhood telling.
That's confirmed.
Confirmed.
I mean, as much as it's disappointing as to hear, it's not really shocking when you just consider how the game go. I mean, listen to the last million rap songs.
How many people still in jail from that RICO case?
I'm not sure. You tell me how many.
2.
Whoa. So on a high profile level, the most highest profile person included in that would be the cooking female. Do we give her a pass for however she's found herself out of trouble, or is she all bad? Taco Money, what's her name, Money? Money.
I mean, you can't expect her to hold it down. I mean, at the end of the situation, I mean,
just based on.
Yeah.
And I think some of the things that she's involved in are the least consequential involved. Yeah. And I think like you say, I think some people from the top would even not expect her to do anything other than do what you got to do.
Dig to save yourself.
Yeah, I could imagine that, because if that's all they had to deal with, it wouldn't be nothing to deal with.
No, they would have been already time served them there.
What's going on with your ambitions with the production of shows? Is you back in full swing?
I'm back in full swings. I'm putting everything back together. Shit, my nephew Radio Base, he had a copy of everything. Because when I went to jail, I lost everything.
Happens.
Yeah, so I'm now in the process of putting everything back together again.
You been in touch with Gigi and the kids?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How everybody doing? And the other baby mom, I forget her names. Nikki. Shout out to Nikki and Gigi.
Yeah, they doing good. They do.
I imagine the kids, they talking and big. And
hell yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Talking, running around and all that stuff.
So do we got a trial date?
Next year.
Next year?
They pushed both their trials back to next year.
You feel that's in the benefit of them, or is that a bad thing?
They trying to swing deals. They trying to get enough evidence to show that they're innocent. So they trying. I mean, they got a meeting next week with each other lawyers to go meet with the DA and all that shit.
Yeah, we often told that the longer it takes to, they say fast, speedy trial, that's one thing. But when you in there, I know through experience, a lot of times we taught and told the longer it takes, the better. You never know. Things change, laws change, witnesses cease to be where they used to be. Some of them, even through natural causes or other things, lose their life. You never know. So when you're in a lot of trouble, a lot of times it's to your benefit to rush to a trial type situation.
What that situation is that they're just trying to put everything together. I mean, if that person would, come clean, because I believe that you can't rob 3 different locations. If you give the prosecutor 3 different locations that this was robbed, and it's only one robbery, how is that?
Yeah.
Then they went down there, one location, they said they could fit 13 people into the elevator. You can only fit like 6 people into the elevator if you squeeze up in that motherfucker.
I can't imagine 13 people in the elevator with no footage. With no footage these days?
With no footage. And then on top of that, you need a key fob to get up there. And then on top of that, why are you selling marijuana in an apartment building? So at the end of the day, that is bullshit right there. So they should look at that like, y'all going to let this person say he got robbed for this amount of shit in an apartment? Selling weed?
Right.
That's illegal in itself.
I'm sure the attorneys are going to attack those points. Tell me this, just from your general perspective, we hope for the best, free them all. What do you anticipate their chances are of getting less than 20 years in this type of shit?
All right. Wait, my brother's situation. The only thing that's stopping him right now from getting 20 years is that damn placing that no jumper shit on me. Because at the end of the day, if I go through trial and once I beat it, it's only common sense. Once I beat it, then at the end of the day, yeah, go ahead. No, I can sit there and say, yeah, I did do it. If they dumb enough to fucking they already put it on
double
me.
jeopardy. Yeah.
So I can sit up there after I get found not guilty. I did do it. And at the end of the day, y'all don't know because y'all still got the shit on me.
So basically, in the long run, you assuming based on that being incorrect, it still stands that like you said, you haven't cleared it up yet.
No. I went to go clear it up the first time. My PO came to go clear the shit up with me. They said, all right, they gave us another court date. Then they said, okay, my lawyer said that they did, they dismissed it. Then 2 weeks later, they put the shit back on me. Like, instead of putting it on him or whatever, I'm not gonna sit there and say it was him or whatever. I don't know who it was. But at the end of the day, they put it on me, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's easy to follow for anybody that's really paying attention to have any idea what we talking about. And like I say, similar things have happened with non-twins.
Yeah,
so I can imagine, things like that getting caught up. What's your next stop as far as platforms? You on tour or you finna play it low key? What's going on?
No, I've just been just promoting little shit here and there, been on different platforms. But I'm just focused on putting my shit together, my reality TV shit together, getting it out there on some platforms, some networks and stuff right now.
So you trying to place pre-produced content that you already had, or are you coming?
Yeah, I got content that I already have. I have like 3 shows that I already have, but I'm gonna do another show in August. So I'm gonna produce another show in August, and just start doing my shit.
When we were scheduling and pre-gaming, I meant to give you a disclaimer or a warning or an alert that no shoes, no service. So I want to thank you for coming fully shoed. Not like you showed up at Street TV, shining with the slippers on. You came in here G'd up, blah, 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 blah. That's just my attempt at a little humor.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out there that's doing their shit, trying to hustle, get their shit done. Stop fucking with snitches. Stop listening to snitches. Adrian Broner's a snitch. And when I see Adrian Broner, we gonna have to talk. Sure.
I ain't gonna lie, this was scheduled to be almost twice as long, but if y'all have any idea, this is Friday. On Fridays, I film Trap in the Box with my co-host, Luce Trapper, and he was supposed to have 50% of this conversation prepared. So we only have about like 50% of what I had prepared for our guest to talk about. And unless he has something, extra to add, I kind of exhausted my questions, bro, on my mama.
For sure.
So I definitely, you already know this ain't our first time doing this.
No, I don't know.
And as you build, move around, definitely don't have to be our last. You're welcome back at any time to update us, to announce something new, and keep us, posted on what's going on with you.
Yeah, for sure I will. I'll keep y'all updated with about Luce Cannon and Big U.
Let the people know, Luce Cannon's name is a name inspired by wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And the main event has to be as well, correct?
Main event, I always had main event because my first name is Jermaine. So I just put main event. I always had main event, like my sports bar, main event sports bar, main event medical supply store, main event freight brokers, main event trucking, main event productions. These are all my companies. Always main event.
Say that.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different. You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. Get you a couple $, man. You're gonna feel different.
Wasn't that possible? Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap it, sold up one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.